Okay, third worksheet, subtraction of two-digit numbers. Here's some more practice. I think there are not 40 questions, but just 14 of them. Okay. Minus 45 plus 29. So again, I repeat, if you have a negative and a positive number, you take the difference. And if you have two negatives or two positives, you add them up. You take the sum. Out here, you see a negative and a positive number. You take the difference of the magnitude or the absolute value of the numbers. What I mean by that is that you ignore the sign, whether negative or positive, you ignore them and just take them, these numbers as they are, 45, 29. What's the difference between them? Correct? So you can do your simple math. Always the bigger number in magnitude on the top, smaller number in magnitude at the bottom. You borrow 1 from 4. 4 becomes 3 and 5 becomes 15. You got 6 here. I got 16. So 16 is the result. And whether this result will be positive or negative, it'll be negative because the sign of this depends on the sign of the bigger number between these two numbers out here. So 45 is the bigger number. It has a negative sign. Therefore, the result will have a negative outcome. Same thing out here. Take the difference, 128 and 65. 3, 12 minus 6 is 6. So you got yourself 63 as a result. And it'll be negative because the bigger of these two numbers is 128 and 128 has a negative sign. Therefore, the result will be negative. Again, 96 minus 48. Borrow 1 from 9 and 48 is your outcome. Result is negative. Minus 25, 84. So remember, bigger number on the top, smaller number at the bottom, and do the subtraction. 9 and 5, 59 is your outcome. And the bigger number is having a positive sign. Therefore, the outcome of this difference will be positive. So negative 72 and 24. Negative 72 and 24. So we are looking at 48 as the outcome. Yeah. Let's see. 6, 12, 8, and 4, 48. Result will be negative because the bigger number between these two has a negative sign. Okay. Now, just to let you know that the bigger out here means only the absolute value, only the magnitude. Okay. Between minus negative 72 and positive 24, obviously positive 24 is a bigger number. But if you ignore the positive and negative signs of these two numbers and just look at them as 72 on its own and 24 on its own, then 72 is a bigger number. And that's how I'm trying to explain the subtraction concept out here. Okay. 56, 18, take the difference. As you can see, all of them are pretty much, most of them are pretty much taking the difference, except a few which we'll come across. Negative 18 and 56. So hang on a minute. Okay. Negative 18 and 56, take the difference. Yeah. Borrow 1 from 5. Yeah, 5 becomes 4. 6 becomes 16. You got 8 and 3, 38. And the result will be positive because the bigger number 56 has a positive sign. 46 and 83. Borrow 1 from 8. 3 becomes 13. You got 7 here and 3 here. You got 37 as the outcome. The result remained positive because the bigger number 83 has a positive sign. Okay. H. Negative 39, 65. Borrow 1 from 6. 5 becomes 15. You got 6 here. 26 is the outcome. Yeah. And the result will be positive because between the two numbers, 39 and 65, 65 has a the sign next to 65 is positive. You always look at the sign of the bigger number. These two are negative. So remember, if they're both negative or positive, you simply add them up. So you got 73 and the result will be negative because both are negative. 45 and 29. Borrow 1 from 4, 15, 6, 16, and the bigger number is 45, and 16 remains positive. 122.89. Difference. Borrow 1 from, I would say, let's take 2. Yeah. 2 becomes 1. 2 becomes 12 out here for this one. You got 3 here, and you got 11 minus 8, 3 here. Got it? So therefore, what we have is 33 as the outcome, and the result will be negative because between 89 and 122, if you just look at the absolute values, then 122 is the bigger one, and it has a negative sign. Therefore, the result will be negative. L, both are negative. You add them up. 63 and 45 is 108, and the result will be negative. 73 and 65, you can, it's 8, difference is 8. You can just count them on your fingertips. Yeah. So the result will be negative because bigger number out here is 73 and it has a negative sign. Okay, one more. Negative 47, negative 98. Yeah. Both are negative. We add them up. 145 is your result, and it's going to be negative because both numbers are negative. And that's it. We are done with this worksheet. Yeah. Um, these worksheets can be accessed using the link in the description of the video. Thank you.